It is close to 1 o'clock, New Zealand time. It is New Year's Eve. I've just been working on my set for the New Year's gig tonight. That's going to be after the countdown. I've been playing for an hour and a half of covers. Yeah. Kind of looking forward to it, and kind of something else, but actually I'm more looking forward to it now that I've played through the songs and thinking about the fact that it'll be nighttime, which is my home field advantage because the sun drains me of all my energy. I am more powerful in darkness. And I'll also be doing some drumming earlier on that day. I'm paid separately for that. So that's going to be a nice little job. It's good for a job. This Saturday I did the Tiny Town thing, which is the playing in the shipping container. That was really fun, actually. I was dreading that as well before I went. And then it was hard work because of course it's the Festival of Lights, so there was cars everywhere and I had to park by the zoo, which is like the other side of the park to where I was supposed to be. So I made 4 trips with all my fucking gear, which is too much gear for that tiny thing anyway. I over planned for that gig. Everybody else kind of turned up with a guitar, and I was that one dude who rolled up with a full amp modeler and a few pedals and Catherine and the newest glass shards mask on stands, creating an atmosphere and all that for my 25-minute set. But that was cool. It was cool to, especially those first 2 songs that were really in the vein of like freaking people out and just making the most of what I think when I hear doing a gig in a shipping container. And I also like the idea of people, just children, walking past. It was 9 to 9:30, so it would have been really young children, but people walking past and just hearing me screaming from the shipping container. So the thing is, it's about 5 people come in and they filter out between songs. And the first song was the ballroom where we're in the gas mask, and my whole thing was I would just stay there and just freeze rather than end the song and be like, all right, it's over now. I just kind of stood there like a doll that ran out of quarters. And that happened to be the crowd that I most would have liked to have talked to after the gig. So I hope no one was offended in that one, but I think they probably would have known that it was like being in state. But yeah, that was surprisingly fun, even though I aced my body and was massively sore and tired the next day. Maybe the exercise endorphins kept me going. It was a good test of confidence to have to make 4 trips right through the park with thousands of people there in my sailor boy dress with my Pippi Longstocking stockings and my shit kicker combat boots, carrying a naked painted bodice and a mask. It felt like it shouldn't even be an issue, but it felt I felt proud of myself for doing it and holding my head high or whatever, which then in turn makes me annoyed at myself that it mattered to me. I don't want to be that guy that dresses up outrageously and then is like, don't look at me, when people look at him. But that is kind of why, part of the reason why I usually just get dressed right before the show, because it's for the show, it's not like some character I'm playing. That's a good way to get in state, is to have this ritual of getting changed. I'm supposed to be talking about the week before that. I'm quite late. It's Tuesday now. I'm supposed to do this Monday. It's kind of my Monday night. I can't remember Saturday was before Christmas, eh? I don't know what I do week to week anymore. I keep forgetting. I'm still keeping that diary, that in my notepads next to every date, the music related things I did, and that's helping me remember for this too. But I've got no fucking idea off the top of my head what I'm even doing, which is like being, I don't know, is it the same as being in a job where you're doing the same thing every day if you can't remember what you did a week ago? Or nah, because when you go into it all goes into a blur as well anyway. And I know I did different stuff. It's not like, well, I can't remember exactly what I did yesterday, but I know it was basically same shit, different day. It's not. But I would have been practicing for the 28th so much, like 2 days practicing before each gig, 2 days before the Tiny Town thing, and then 2 days before New Year's, which is now coming up, and then I've got 4 days before this Saturday, which will be the Wine Cellar in Auckland, the 2020 thing with Glass Shards and On Tick and Lesbian Death Sluts from Hell. Looking forward to that, but I'm just stressed out, and the drumming thing came up last minute, and I just haven't done any covers, hardly any cover stuff all year. It's pretty unprepared compared to how I usually am. There's too much time pressure in there to set up a camera, but here's the gears that I used. I've just finished. The last glass shards, and Catherine. Often over it at the moment. Having a lot of thoughts of I hate music so much, but I have well and truly pigeonholed myself into this one place, and I don't feel like I could do anything else. But the practicing with the pod and practicing with making different noises and trying out patches and being a little more creative has been helping. I haven't been working on the EP at all for like 2 weeks or something. I just dread it. I just am procrastinating from it. I hate it. I read Flea's memoirs and finished a whole Pokemon game instead. Okay, score time. I can barely remember what I even did this week. It was Christmas. All right, so I did a gig. So, and I did some practicing as well. So there's a 3 or 4 in there somewhere. I feel like I should give myself a break and put it at a 4. But really, I want to just punch myself in the face with a 0 forever. Snowflake Butthole.